an age of kings, where blood and birthright scripted fate, she dared to rewrite the narrative.
In a game of power, when you play not just to win but to survive, every move is calculated, every risk weighed.
Defiant, unyielding, the echo of her power would resound through the annals of time. This is the story of Athalia. Ancient Judah, a nation at the crossroads of history where prophets spoke, kings ruled, and God's presence was palpably felt. But this is no tale of divine wonders or heroic kings. No, this is a tale of a queen. Born into the house of Ahab and Jezebel, Athalia's pedigree was steeped in power plays, political intrigue, and religious defiance. Marrying into the house of David, she became queen mother, a position she would not relinquish without a fight. In a male-dominated society, Athalia did the unthinkable. She didn't just pull the strings from behind the curtain, she took center stage, becoming the only reigning queen of either Judah or Israel. But you have to understand, every ascent is marked with trials and challenges. For 6 years she held onto the throne, but like all power, it came at a cost. And to understand Athalia, we need to go back to witness the events, the choices, and the sacrifices that shaped her. While the scriptures paint Athalia in broad strokes, we have dared to fill in the gaps, to present a side of her that's rarely explored. And if Athalia were to speak for herself, what might she say?
From the house of Ahab I came, where power was the game. I learned from the best my mother Jezebel. In the midst of men where their voices rang loud and high, I found my own voice louder and fiercer. They called me power-hungry, but wasn't that the world I was born into? A world where thrones were secured not by right, but by might. I watched, I learned, and then I acted. My son Ahaziah, my flesh and blood, they killed him. Should I not have avenged him? Should I not have secured what was rightfully mine? They say I slew my grandsons, but in a world of us versus them, it was survival.
Athalia's actions, however ruthless they may seem, were born out of a desire to secure her lineage and legacy, a modus operandi not unfamiliar in the brutal world of ancient politics. In the enigmatic scrolls of history amid legends and truths, the tale of Athalia unfurls. Fate's dice roll unpredictably. Jehoram's reign ends and their son Ahaziah takes the throne. However, his reign is cut short, and her son dies. In her grief and rage, the unthinkable happens. As whispers echo, Athaliah, with an iron grip, eliminates all possible threats, claiming the throne for herself. But in the shadows, one prince survives. For 6 long years, Athalia ruled as the unchallenged queen of Judah. But every reign has its twilight. The end, when it comes, is swift and unforgiving. As the trumpets sound and the people rally, Athalia's reign is shattered. In the annals of biblical history, few women ascend to such heights and face such precipitous falls as Athalia. But behind the throne and the treachery, there's a tale of ambition, survival, and the relentless drive of a mother and queen. The tale of Athalia has been a matter of spirited debate and research for millennia. In the modern era, Athalia's story is a reflection of the challenges women face, especially when they tread the treacherous waters of leadership. In the end, Athalia's narrative, stripped of its historical biases, paints a picture of a woman doing what she believed necessary in a world that rarely favored her gender. Was it evil, or was it a mental crisis?
They'll remember me as the queen who stained the throne with blood. But what is monarchy if not a game of survival? I did what any king before me had done, but the weight of judgment is heavier upon a queen. I was more than Saul's granddaughter, more than Ahaziah's mother. I was a monarch, a leader in a time of chaos. Every decision I made was for Judah, even if Judah now forsakes me.
In the annals of time, between the stark black and white of good and evil, there lies a shade of gray, and in that shade, we dare not stand. Athalia name means whom God afflicts or afflicted of the Lord. Because of what she did, God afflicted her, and though what she did was evil, it is a proof to never let ambition, survival, and power control you. There is a right way to get to the top, and you don't have to be like Athalia. Women today face a myriad of choices just like Athalia. The difference lies perhaps in the scales of those decisions and the stakes at hand, but the essence remains, the balancing act of power, choice, and consequence. As we reflect on Athalia's narrative, let's not just remember the blood and the treachery, Let's also remember every story, especially those etched in history, has two sides. In hearing both, we find the true essence of the tale.